All the boys, switch on your cameras. Okay, we are going to start our today's lecture with page number 23. It is an activity. Yes, Mudassir, what do you want to say? जी बोले मुदस्सिर।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम टीचर।
वालेकुम सलाम।
टीचर मैंने आपको बताना था, मेरा जो मोबाइल का कैमरा है ना फेस वो खराब हो गया।
चलो ठीक है। शयान, व्हाट अबाउट यू एंड ताहिर?
टीचर मुझे मिल गई थी ओल्ड बुक स्टोर से।
ठीक है। और चले जी ठीक है। We are going to start now. Last time we was discussing about that the characters are transferred from parents to the kids, and we have discussed about okay. So we have discussed that we have to compare our own features with the grandparents from paternal and maternal side, both sides, right? Now it is page number 23, activity 2.1. ये उसी की continuation है. We are going to do number 1. What feature or features are common between you and your brother and sister? It means you have to write down by seeing the table which is on page 22. That what are the features that are same in your bro and in your sisters. Number 2, which of these features are present in your grandparents or parents? Means if your eyes color is just like your parents and grandparents, you have to write down that it is your grandparent from your maternal or your parental side. What conclusion do you draw from the above observations? Then you have to write down, let's say, if my eye color is of brown, I will say that I have inherited from my father and it is from my grandparent side. Then you have to write it down over here on your book. What are the characters which are transferred from parents to offspring called? क्या कहते हैं उनको? Who is going to give me the answer? Yes, anybody? Arwa, please change your name so that it can be easy for us to mark the attendance. You have to find out the answer and I will ask you in the next class. Okay. Then what are the characters which are this one done? Which of your body features are different from your brothers and sisters? Like some sisters and brothers have difference about their height. Some are taller and some are smaller, shorter. So you can write down any major difference by seeing the previous table. Then what are the characteristics which are different in members of a family or in members of a species called? ये भी आंसर आपको पीछे से पता होना चाहिए that what is the answer of this one. Now I am going to read it. We know that children possesses many features similar to those of their parents, but they also differ from their parents in certain respects. Similarly, brothers and sisters also show differences in many characteristics. Like some, if I give you the example of some characteristics, some are having curly hairs, others are having straight hair. So there is a major difference between the texture of the hair and complexion, and so many other characteristics are there which are varying from one to another. Then we have differences among members of a family or a species are called variations. Here is the answer. जो ऊपर मैंने एक्टिविटी में से पूछा है, this is the answer. Variation means किस चीज को वेरी करना. It is not the same thing. So variation is the definition of variation is that differences among members of a family or a species are called variations. उनको हम कहते हैं कि इनकी variations हैं. Beneficial variations help organisms to adapt. Adapt का मीनिंग लिखा हुआ है आगे. Live successfully their environment, have greater chances of survival and continue their race. Means अगर आपकी वो variations beneficial हैं, then वो उसके survival के rate को increase कर देती हैं and they are going to be more beneficial. Coming towards the next topic, which is basis of heredity. So what are the bases of heredity? विरासत की basis क्या है? How it is happening basically, how it is possible that it is going to be transferred from your parents to offsprings. Basically, what is the main thing about that? So the basic physical and functional unit of heredity is genes. Like when a person, for example, if he is very good in his studies, he is very good in learning numbers, we always said that it is in his genes. What does it mean? कि उसकी genes में क्या चीज शामिल है? It means it is inherited from the parents. Like if I am good in learning some kind of numbers, whenever I see a car, I just see once the number of that car, I always remember that. I don't need to see on that car on the second time. So I can say that it is in my genes that my parents are very much sorry that it is inherited me from my genes. So what are genes? Genes basically क्या होते हैं? Genes एक ऐसा element है हमारी body का जो कि chromosomes के अंदर मौजूद होता है, and we can say it is just resemble to the chips. Uh, that chip, that microchip which is in our computer, which is in our, you can say, memory cards, that has stored a lot of data, that it is 8 GB memory card, and it can store this amount of thing in it. So we can say कि इसी तरीके से हमारी body के अंदर जो सारी instructions हैं, code of instructions, they are placed in the form of genes, right? So here we are going to study that how it is made and how it it happens. Genes act as instructions to make molecules called proteins. Genes occur in pairs. Every hereditary character in an organism, for example, tallness, dwarfness, eye color, free earlobe, attached earlobe, etc., is controlled by a pair of genes. Now, if I talk about the earlobe, all of you know must know कि अगर किसी बच्चे की earlobe joined है, तो दूसरा ही भाई है जिसकी ईयरलोब ज्वाइन नहीं है, दैट इज अटैच्ड. तो देखें एक ही फैमिली में ये रन कर रही है चीज, बट देयर इज वेरिएशन, तो इसको हम वेरिएशन भी बोलते हैं इसी वजह से. while one member of a gene pair comes from male parent father while the other comes from female parent mother. Okay, now next one, where are genes found physically? Genes are the sections of DNA. DNA is an abbreviation of, told you many times that it is the abbreviation of deoxyribonucleic acid, and it is the part of that section. Molecules and are located on chromosomes, और chromosomes के अंदर ही DNA present होती है. As different sections of DNA, genes are a set of information for the development of different characters in an organism. DNA is called hereditary material. This is the definition of DNA, why DNA is called a hereditary material. DNA and proteins are the components of the chromosome. Now the thing is that many of you have joined us today, like Nihal and Sahar. Remaining were present in the previous classes. Now they will not able to understand that what I am speaking. So आपने previously सारे के सारे chapter को you have to study it by yourself. And if you find any difficulty, you can go on YouTube and find the lecture over there. ठीक है? तो हमने last time we have studied about the structure of DNA. Chromosomes का हमने structure discuss किया था, जिसके major portions हैं DNA and genes. So here it is, DNA and proteins are the components of chromosomes. Chromosomes क्या हैं? Chromosomes are thread-like structures found in the nucleus of a cell. अब जैसे जैसे I am reading on your textbook, what you can do, you people can take a pencil or pen and start making headings. Like in the very first paragraph where I am putting your mouse, the basic physical and functional unit of heredity is called gene. You can mark the heading of genes. ठीक है? It will be easy for all of you to find out and to locate where you have to give the, from where you have to give the answer. Okay, then second one is, you can make the heading deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, and the last one is chromosomes, because we are explaining the genes, then we are coming on DNA, and then at the end we are explaining chromosomes. They appear as distinct structures only during cell division. A typical chromosome consists of two arms called chromatids, which are attached to the same part called centromeres. Now they are describing about two parts of chromosomes. When we were study about mitosis and meiosis, you people have seen the diagram, and there were chromosomes. Those students who didn't attend the classes, they can move on the previous pages and see the structure of chromosomes on page number. It is page number 19, 20 and 21. If you see the diagram which is given on the very starting of your chapter 2, उसके आगे एक diagram बनी हुई है. Over there you can see there is a structure which is of chromosomes and there are 4 arms of it, right? And there is a center in between that is called as centromere by which it is joined, and the 2 arms are known as chromatids, right? That if you have seen Sahar and Nihal, please give me a thumbs up so that I can came to know कि आपको समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा. Okay, Sahar, good. Nihal, what about you, bete? Have you seen it from the book? Nihal, are you there? Nihal, very bad, bete. Okay. The relationship between the cell nucleus, chromosomes, genes, and DNA is shown in the figure 2.3. Okay, Nihal. Book is not available. Everybody is saying the same thing. So, what we can do for that? Okay. Now here is the structure. आप देख लें सारे, ठीक है? I'm zooming it. Here is the structure of a cell. All of you know that cell is the basic structure and functional unit of all the living organisms. And what does it make? The cell consists of a nucleus. In nucleus, you can see there are chromosomes, and the chromosome is having the structure of centromere by which it is joined. And there are 2 longer arms which are known as chromatids, right? Now you can see on the second arm of chromosomes, they are showing the structure. This is double helical structure of DNA. इसको हम बोलते हैं DNA. D is from deoxyribo, N is from nucleic, and A is for acid, deoxyribonucleic acid. And you can see there are different kind of strands over there which is showing as a genes. So this is a structure of chromosomes, genes, and DNA which are the basis of heredity. And you have to write it by making different kind of headings. ठीक है? Clear है यहाँ तक? If it is clear, please give me a thumbs up, everybody. Mudassir is saying fine. Yes, Mariam, Shayan, Tahir. What about you, bete? Sahar, Nihal, fine. Mustaf, Ali, fine. ठीक है, Arwa, good. Shayan, did you get it or not?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, fine. So we are moving on the next one, which is about that the number of chromosomes is very specific in each species. Like if we are human beings, there is a certain amount of chromosomes that should not be exceed, that should not be lesser than that. Otherwise, the species is going to be changed. Species means organisms. Human beings से फिर आप किसी और species की तरफ चले जाते हैं. There is a very slight difference between the number of chromosomes. Like being a human being, we must have 46 number of chromosomes so that we remain in the species of man. Like if I am talking about some particular other thing like onion, we must know that it is 16. If the chromosomes are going to be exceeding from 46 to 48, the species is going to be changed and it is monkey. So anybody of you, can you please tell me how many chromosomes you people have? Yes, Musaf, how much chromosomes you have? Hurry up, tell me. Musaf, you can unmute yourself and tell me, hurry up. Yes, Tahir, give me the answer.
46.
Yes, Tahir, give me the answer, bete.
$46.
ऊंचा बोले बेटे. Tahir,
46.
I can't listen. बहुत कम आवाज आ रही है आपकी. Anyone else? Mudassir? Sahad, you tell me.
$46.
I can't hear you properly. I don't know what's the issue. Yes, Tahir, your answer is correct. Shayan,
46.
there is problem with my hand feet. That's why I am able to listen. Yes. Shayan,
Yes, teacher, 46.
yeah, it's 46. So we are going to study right now. The number of chromosomes is specific and constant for every kind, species of organism. In general body cells, somatic cells, general body cells, so we call it somatic cells, right? The chromosomes occur in pairs, but the gametes or spores which are formed by meiosis contain one number of each chromosome pair. For example, if इस line का मतलब ये है कि if I am saying that human beings have 46 amount of chromosomes, 46 chromosomes है हमारे पास, तो कितने pairs होंगे? 23 pair of chromosomes will be there. 23 plus 23 is 46. 23 are the chromosomes which we get from our mother, and 23 are the chromosomes which we get from our father. For example, in man, every somatic cell has 46 chromosomes in the form of 23 pairs, but every sperm or egg cell has 23 chromosomes. It is the same thing which I have told you. Now, here is for your information, very important, you have to learn it, that man has 46 chromosomes, it means it is 23 pairs. Maize has 20, so how many pairs of maize? How many pair of maize? Who is going to tell me?
20.
Hurry up.
20, teacher.
Yes, Shayan, tell me.
20.
Again.
20.
It is 20, but the pairs are 10. ये तो बता रही हूँ आपको
Last.
मैं. Okay. And same monkey, only you can see there is a difference of two chromosomes, two pair of chromosomes. 46 is for human beings, and monkey has 48, cat has 30, onion 16, pea is 14. Now there is a mini exercise you can see on page number 24. Observe the figure and answer the questions. What is the number of chromosomes in a somatic cell of Drosophila? This is adult female and adult male fruit fly, Drosophila. Anybody wants to give the answer?
$25.
Yes, Tahir. No. Okay, when all of you will have the book, then we will do this exercise. Now move on the next page, which is 25. Very important topic, very, very important. This is about DNA deoxyribonucleic acid. At the end of the class, I am going to ask from you people that what is the diagram on your book, which is the structure of DNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, right? You people can see in this diagram, this is double helical structure like a ladder. एक सीढ़ी की तरह का structure है, एक stair की तरह का staircase की तरह का structure है, by which you can see there are different types of nucleotides which are joined with each other. Now here you can see there are 4 different types of nucleotides जिससे ये चीज बनी है. Like our body is made up of cells. Similarly, the DNA is made up of different kinds of units. छोटे छोटे से units हैं, blocks हैं, which are when joined together, they are going to form DNA. How many types of nucleotides are there? Adenine. All of you must know the correct pronunciation. Adenine. Number 2 is thymine. Number 3 is cytosine. Number 4 is guanine. Now remember one thing, that whenever adenine, this green one is going to join with always thymine. T. A is going to be joined with T, and C is always going to be joined with G. These pairing must be very important. If this is not the accurate pairing in anyone's body, then we have some kind of, you can say, abnormalities. Like आपने बहुत से लोग देखे होंगे which are very much taller. That is not the case. Human beings can be taller up to 6'3", 6'4". This is a normal one. But you have seen so many people which are having the height of more than 7-9 inches. Then what is the defect? The defect is in between these kind of nucleotides. The pairing of these nucleotides is not in the correct order, right? So it is very compulsory. आप देख सकते हो कि ये जो adenine है, that is represented with green color. It is always going to be joined with that purple one, thymine. It's not the case that we are going to join adenine with cytosine. The order, the abnormalities will be greater. So we always must know कि जब भी आपने structure को build up करना है, you have to join A with T. Adenine को हम capital A से denote करते हैं, thymine nucleotide को T से, cytosine is with C, and guanine is with G. So always keep this thing in your mind that A is going to be joined with T and C is always going to be joined with G. Now let's have a look on the topic. Watson and Crick model of DNA. What is Watson? Structure को study किया था और ये final structure of DNA, and they were from France. Each DNA molecule is made up of thousands of small units called nucleotides. These adenine, thymine, cytosine are known as nucleotides, these blocks. There are 4 types of nucleotides in DNA. These are adenine nucleotide, thymine nucleotide, cytosine nucleotide, and guanine nucleotide. According to Watson and Crick, the DNA molecules consist of 2 strands formed of nucleotides. 2 strands mean ये जो CV-like, ladder-like structure है, this is 2 strand, 1 strand, and the other is embedded on the other one. Embedded means it is covered. It is just like the double helical structure. The 2 strands of DNA are linked to each other by cross bands like a ladder, and you can see it in the diagram as well. Then transmission of characters. How transmission of character occur? When an organism forms gametes by meiosis, meiosis का structure आप लोगों ने पहले पढ़ा है. In meiosis, what happens? I am telling for the students who were not there in the class, because it's not possible के आपको understand हो. Okay. Transmission of characters. Transmission of characters when an organism forms gametes by meiosis. Meiosis. What is meiosis? Meiosis is a process in which parent cell is divided. The number of chromosomes is reduced to half in the gametes. That is haploid is always ends. Eggs are produced. It means the hereditary material DNA is also reduced to half in the gametes. When male and female organisms mate, the haploid sperm cell from male and haploid egg cell from female fuse with each other to form a diploid cell called zygote. Means n plus n becomes 2n, and we call it diploid, which is known as zygote. In this way, the complete hereditary material is restored in the zygote. That is, the physical and functional units of all the characters are transferred in the zygote. The zygote, after passing through various changes, develops into a full organism with specific characteristics from both parents. The zygote is the first cell from which the life of an organism starts. Then coming towards inheritable and non-inheritable characters. Inheritable means, as the name is indicating, inheritable means the characters which are transferred from your parents to the offspring. And non-inheritable characters are those characteristics which are not going to be transferred from one person to the other. So we are going to read it like inheritable characters. It is the attached earlobes, hair color, skin color, your height, all these are inheritable. What are non-inheritable? Like the table manners, you can give the example of mm, uh, some kind of disease. It is not non-inheritable. Like if someone has met an accident and due to that accident that person has lost his leg, this is not inheritable character, this is non-inheritable character, right? So the characters such as eye color, skin color, hair color, free or attached to lobes, height, intelligence, etc., are transmitted from parents to offspring. Such characters that are transmitted from one generation to the next generation are called inheritable characters, and these are always controlled by the genes. Then what are non-inheritable characters? Many characters of the parents are not transferred to their offsprings because these are not developed by the genes. Such characters are called as non-inheritable characters. Now, what is the reason? If it comes in your exams, that what is the reason of inheritable and non-inheritable characters? The reason is that in the starting of my lecture, I have told you genes. Genes are very important. Genes have some kind of information that inherit character from parents to offspring. But what happened in form of non-inheritable characters? There are no developed genes for that. Like if a body organ of a person is lost or weakened by uh, due to some kind of disease, then we can say that this character is not going to be transferred from one to another. So these are the examples of inheritable and non-inheritable characters. So till here our lecture was today. It is going to be ended. So if you people have any question, you can ask me right now by raising hand.